Have you ever wondered if someone truly loves you but just isn't saying it out loud? Love isn't always expressed through words. It often hides in small, unnoticed actions. Carl Jung believed that our unconscious mind reveals our truest emotions in ways we don't even realize. That means the people who care about you the most might be showing their love in ways you've never considered. Some of these signs are so subtle that you might overlook them, but once you recognize them, everything changes. You'll start to see love where you least expected it, in the smallest gestures and quietest moments. Before we move on, here's something powerful to remember. I am loved, and love surrounds me in ways I may not yet see. If this resonates with you, comment "Love is everywhere" below. And if you enjoy thought-provoking content like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Now, let's get started. 1. They mirror your behavior. Have you ever noticed someone unconsciously copying your gestures, speech patterns, or even your mood? This isn't a coincidence. It's a psychological phenomenon known as mirroring. According to Carl Jung, deep emotional connections manifest through subtle, automatic behaviors. When someone loves you deeply, their unconscious mind aligns with yours, reflecting your actions as a way to build closeness and understanding. Mirroring happens because humans are wired for connection. It's how we establish trust and empathy. If a close friend or partner picks up your habits, like using the same phrases, adjusting their posture to match yours, or even adopting your interests, it's a strong sign they feel deeply connected to you. This is not imitation for the sake of flattery, but an instinctive way of saying, "I understand you, and I feel safe with you." For example, imagine you're telling a story, and the other person nods, leans in, or even mirrors your facial expressions. This unconscious synchronization shows they are emotionally attuned to you. Pay attention to these small cues. They reveal what words often cannot, that someone truly values and cares for you. Love isn't always spoken. Sometimes it's reflected right back at you. 2. They protect your shadow side. Carl Jung introduced the concept of the shadow, which represents the hidden, imperfect, and often darker aspects of our personality, the traits we suppress or deny. Everyone has a shadow, and while most people judge or reject others for their flaws, someone who truly loves you will embrace all parts of you, even the ones you struggle to accept. A person who deeply cares for you won't use your weaknesses against you. Instead, they create a safe space where you feel comfortable revealing your vulnerabilities. They don't shame you for your past mistakes, insecurities, or fears. Instead, they help you grow by offering understanding, support, and gentle encouragement. For example, if you struggle with self-doubt, they won't criticize you but will remind you of your strengths and potential. This doesn't mean they enable unhealthy behaviors. True love involves helping you face your shadow, not hide from it. They will challenge you to work on yourself, but in a way that feels empowering rather than judgmental. If someone stands by you when you're at your lowest, without hesitation or conditions, it's a powerful sign of deep, unconditional love. They see all of you and still choose to stay. 3. They offer unconditional presence. In a world where distractions are everywhere, giving someone your full presence is one of the purest expressions of love. When a person deeply cares about you, they don't just spend time with you, they are fully present. They aren't scrolling through their phone while you talk or mentally checked out when you need them. Instead, they offer their undivided attention, making you feel truly seen and valued. Unconditional presence means they don't just show up for the fun moments, but also during silence, uncertainty, and struggle. They don't rush to fill every pause with words or offer forced solutions. Instead, they sit with you, offering quiet support when words aren't enough. Imagine going through a tough time, and instead of giving advice you didn't ask for, they simply stay by your side, holding space for your emotions. That's love in its purest form. This kind of presence creates a deep emotional bond. It shows that their love isn't transactional. It's not about what they get from you, but about being there because they genuinely care. When someone makes you feel like the only person in the room, even in silence, it's a sign their love runs deep. 4. They sense your emotions without you speaking. One of the strongest signs of deep love is when someone understands how you feel without you having to say a word. Carl Jung believed in the concept of psychic attunement, where two people develop such a strong emotional connection that they instinctively pick up on each other's unspoken feelings. This goes beyond simply noticing when you're upset. It's about sensing shifts in your energy, even when you try to hide them. For example, have you ever had a bad day but pretended everything was fine, only for a close friend or partner to immediately ask, "What's wrong?" without you saying anything? That's not a coincidence. When someone deeply cares about you, they become highly attuned to your emotional state. They notice the small things, your slight change in tone, the way your eyes lose their usual spark, or how your responses become shorter. This kind of connection creates a safe and comforting space. You don't have to explain yourself all the time because they just know. And the best part? They don't force you to talk. They offer support in a way that feels natural, whether it's a reassuring touch, a kind gesture, or simply being there when you need them. 5. They challenge you to grow. True love isn't just about comfort, it's about growth. When someone deeply cares about you, they don't let you stay stuck in your fears, bad habits, or self-doubt. Instead, they challenge you to become the best version of yourself. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of individuation, the process of becoming whole by integrating all aspects of yourself. A person who truly loves you will support this journey, even when it's uncomfortable. This doesn't mean they criticize you or push you too hard. Instead, they encourage you in a way that feels inspiring rather than judgmental. For example, if you have a dream but lack confidence, they won't let you give up easily. They'll remind you of your strengths, encourage you to take risks, and believe in you even when you struggle to believe in yourself. Growth also means facing hard truths. A loving person won't just tell you what you want to hear. They'll tell you what you need to hear, with kindness and honesty. They challenge you not because they're trying to change you, but because they see your potential. When love pushes you toward growth, it's one of the most powerful gifts you can receive. 6. They make sacrifices, without expecting anything in return. One of the deepest signs of love is when someone willingly makes sacrifices for you, not because they feel obligated, but because they genuinely care. Carl Jung believed that true love comes from a deep connection to the self and others, allowing a person to give without expecting anything in return. This kind of selflessness isn't about grand gestures. It's often found in the small, everyday choices someone makes to prioritize your happiness and well-being. For example, they might adjust their schedule to be there when you need support, give up their comfort to make you feel safe, or put effort into things that matter to you, even if they don't personally benefit from them. It could be as simple as staying up late to listen when you're struggling or making compromises to ensure your happiness. These acts of love show that they value you beyond convenience. The key here is that their sacrifices don't come with conditions. They don't keep score or expect anything in return. Instead, they give because your happiness matters to them. When someone loves you in this way, it's a sign of a rare and profound connection, one rooted in genuine care and devotion. Love isn't always spoken. It's felt in actions, patience, and silent support. If you recognize these signs in someone close to you, appreciate them, because true connection is rare and beautiful. Remember, love often exists in places we overlook, and sometimes we just need to open our hearts to see it. Before you go, comment, "I am worthy of love in all its forms," to affirm this truth. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wisdom Echo for more insightful content. Stay open to love. It's always closer than you think.